Okay, you should be able to hear me now. Can everyone hear me? Hope you guys like the outfit. Damn. Oof. Yeah. Can you guys hear me now? Should be able to hear me fine now. Okay, hello, happy 4th of July, everyone.
Okay, steady yourselves, okay? Ready? Shoot!
Somebody pick up the flag. Somebody pick up the flag right there. Pick up that sack. Pick up that sack. Oh, they're charging. They're.
Oh crap.
Pull back, flags, pull back, come on, let's go.
Hey everyone.
Well, I'm not Delaware. I haven't had the command to fall back yet. I'm staying my ground. Okay, goodbye.
I haven't heard much about it, about that act. You look very patriotic, girl. Thank you. What do you mean, Vito? Okay, gonna reload this paper cartridge. This is historically accurate. This is only a once, you know, a once a month mode. So, like, this is only once a year, I should say. Where they have, like, this is a Civil War game, but they have, like, a Revolutionary War expansion. But they only do it for this time. Game's a bit laggy, is it? Yeah. I know, this game is always a little trouble running with my PC, even though I have a good gaming PC. Might have to check the settings a little bit after. I'm playing as the Americans, or the Continentals. Flag, okay. Oh crap, it just got shot. The flag is, I think it's a respawn point when somebody picks it up and holds it. But a new battle should start soon, and, you guys able to see the game fine and everything? Is it really laggy? It's not laggy on my part, so... Some of this here on... This should maybe help a bit more. Yeah, for some reason, this game always had given me a little bit of trouble running on my PC. Every game I can always run fine, but... Okay, is it better now, everyone? Happy 250th, everyone. Have a blessed 4th. Thank you, hello. Thank you, dude. Laggy on the stream. Yes, that is Yankee Doodle, the song, yes. Well, I don't, if it's laggy on the stream, I don't know what else I can do to fix it then. If anyone has any solutions, let me know, but... Oh, this was just a skirmish. So is it better now? Is the... Does anyone else here play this game? Has anyone in the comments played this game before? I guess it's just... Yeah, no one wants to play as the loyalists. Trying to go to the Patriots, just keep clicking and eventually I'll go into it. Oh, I think I'm already in Patriots. Okay, I don't think I need to do anything then. Let me join the smaller one, Maryland Company B. Flag bearer NCO. I'm gonna join in as private. Yes, that is true. You know your history. Yankee Doodle was originally made to make fun of Americans. That is true.
Double quick, boys. Double quick.
So these paper cartridges had the bullet and the gunpowder inside. What a soldier would do is a soldier would bite off the tip of it. They would pour a little bit of it in the pan. They would then close it, and then they would put the rest of it inside the barrel and then ram it down. And then they would put the ramrod back on. That's basically how they did it. And also, if you notice, the Americans are using the Charleville, which is the French musket, which the French provided them a lot of guns, which that is, that's accurate, historically accurate, too.
Crouching and standing, whatever you can do to find the most cover.
They come in on the
My boys,
southeast.
they're right ahead. Oh, wait. Prepare for a volley.
Take aim.
Fire, fire.
Use the cover.
boys, we're gonna hold-
Whatever cover do you have?
We're gonna hold here for as long as we can. Hold here for as long as we can.
I can't feel my leg. Why can't I feel it?
Crouch if you need. Crouch if you need to use the cover.
Is there French in this game? No,
Straight
I don't
ahead of you, boys.
I
Straight
don't
ahead of you.
think so. I like how there's a different reload animation if you're reloading while crouching. He's shaking the gun just so that it rams down. That's why he's doing that while crouched. Is this a VR game? No, this is PC game.
Just us three, gentlemen. Good luck.
God, we're really taking fire really badly right now. I don't think they know how badly we are outnumbered. That's why they're not charging us. So he bites off the paper cartridge there, pours a little bit in the pan. Then look, he's gonna put the rest of the paper cartridge in the barrel. Oh, crap. He's gonna shake it down, make it go down the barrel, ram the rest of it here down while crouching. Put the ramrod back in. Very realistic. Okay. Damn, it's so... I'm getting suppressed really badly. Does anyone here play this game? How long would it take to reload? Well, if you're reloading crouch, it's gonna take probably 20 to 30 seconds to reload. If you are standing up, if you're a good soldier, like in this time period, if you were a good soldier, if you knew how to reload quickly, you could reload in 15 seconds. So good soldier, 15 seconds. But the Prussians, who were the largest German state, they trained their soldiers to reload every 10 seconds. I can't believe I'm still alive. Yeah, I play Holdfast too, but I like this one because it's a bit more realistic. Oh, I'm down. They got me. Oh, one guy's called Tadeusz Kościuszko, that was a Polish general that was in the American army during the Revolutionary War. Okay.
Alright, gentlemen.
See those bullets.
Yes, alright, gentlemen, we're gonna move this way. We're gonna do the old bait and switch.
I wish this game was on console too, but... Okay. So this is what the reload looks like while standing up. It's faster. Put that in. Okay. And also, the reason that soldiers didn't always put bayonets on their guns is because it would affect accuracy. It adds more weight to the end of the barrel.
Yeah, they're all the Hessians, so right now it's... Also, reminder, boys, in case you haven't seen the Hessian uniform, their uniform is similar to ours, except the hat is a lot taller.
There's a yellow flag southwest south.
God damn, what are you,
Trend is
Eagle-Eye
orange,
Joe?
not red. It's orange, not red.
Don't
give
shoot
away
our
the
special
special
forces.
forces.
Don't shoot.
He moved towards the west. He moved towards the west, guys.
Hold fire, boys, hold fire.
Hold fire.
Gentlemen,
Shot,
spread
officer.
out. Let's not all pile up on those logs.
Maryland
Let's spread out, find some cover.
Maryland A
and
and B over
Spread
here.
out.
Maryland
Yeah.
A and B over here.
Do not do your bet. Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
Maryland B over here, and they.
Jefferson, where are you?
Behind you guys, behind you.
All right, right.
First Maryland,
Alright,
code B,
Jefferson, take
okay.
like- I want you to take
for my
3 people.
Mike
Find
with
a
B.
spot where you can overlook
I see people
the
over there.
point,
Are those
and when they
friendlies?
pop- and when they are on the point, I want you to fire.
Nope, those are Hessians on the right flank.
The Hessians were Germans that fought for the British in the war.
Over here. Malin A.
Hessians right
Oh, they're right
flank,
there.
northwest west,
Never
pushing
mind.
right.
Yeah, they're on-
Chasing our
Over
friendlies
time.
out of their position.
Jefferson, cancel that.
Brace, brace,
Yes, sir.
hold,
Crap.
hold, brace, brace.
Open fire, open fire. Those are not
Brace.
friendlies.
Alright.
Do not
The deal
chase,
is
let
we're
them
gonna
come to you. Kill that guy. Here's some more. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill this guy.
Great Britain
He's dead.
freed slaves.
There's a couple
Thank
more
you,
on your
Trey
right,
Williams,
couple
for the
more on your
super
right.
chat. That Great Britain was
Actually, in
the
rear, somebody get him.
technically the first
There's more
one of the
coming.
first major
More
European
coming.
countries to end slavery. It was in the
Bandits on,
1830s,
bandits
30
on.
years before the U.S. did. But technically, it was Revolutionary War France or Revolutionary France
Oh, no.
that was the first to end slavery with the French National Convention. But then
Hey,
Napoleon
there's a
brought it
Hessian
back.
Rambo in the field over there. Kill that guy. There's a couple more.
Hessian here. You have a Hessian here. Hessian in the ring.
Free
Yeah,
tickets.
Rusty.
Free tickets.
Hessian. Hessian.
Any Rambos on their own are out.
Thank you.
Yeah, that guy was
Alright.
they're
No,
they
they're
look a little
not.
different than us. They look similar. That's why it's mistaken a lot
Alright,
of times.
Delaware. Let's get ready.
We have a Hessian in here.
Dirty Hessian
Good
dog,
lord.
where is he?
Alright, Delaware, follow
Yeah,
me. We're going on the move, Delaware.
Yes, it is true that Britain is one of the first major countries to end slavery in Europe.
Getting team killed? What's going on here? Alright, Company B,
Become
full gears,
independent
Company B,
is
full
right
gears.
call for Hong Kong. Well, Hong Kong would never be able to declare independence,
that
Aaron, because
body.
China would instantly invade them if they did that.
Alright, Company B, on me. Press T, follow your star.
Oh, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
to a
where's
barbecue a
L
little
for
bit
loot
later.
on it?
There's still time.
Yeah, L for loot.
Happy 4th of July, Pro. Even though I live in Canada, I still celebrate 4th of July even today. Well, thank you, OGBWE member. Thank you for the super chat.
Shoot, son.
You shoot the British.
Everybody, it seems like everybody's got different color uniforms in the other
Press T,
games.
bro. Press T. Press T, bro.
You shoot the Japanese. Plain and simple.
Load it up,
Yeah.
bub, check.
Alright, let's move this way. Let's go.
On the line, lads! For
This way,
freedom,
boys.
let's move!
Alright,
Farting simulator.
keep moving, keep moving. Let's get down here.
Great Britain freed slaves to hurt the rebels, but gave them slaves bad weapons. They used it as a war tactic. They really didn't care. Well, thank you, Connect, for the super chat. You are correct. When that one guy said that Great Britain freed the slaves, I think he was talking about the 1830s, but I guess he could have been talking about the Revolutionary War. If we're talking during the Revolutionary War, both sides did it. Where both sides freed slaves for fighting for them. So both the British started it first, but then the Americans did it afterwards. But sometimes the promises were kept, sometimes they weren't. But Britain did not end slavery during the Revolutionary War. That's a misconception that people have. They offered slaves the chance to fight for Britain, and they would have freedom after the war. But they didn't end slavery overall. That's a misconception that people have. I just killed someone. I just killed a Hessian there. But yes, the U.S. did the same thing too. But it is true that slaves that fought in both armies didn't have the best of weapons. That is true. Thank you, Connect, for the super chat. About the Prussian army in the 1880s, the Prussian army trained the Chile army. Now, the Chile does traditional Prussian parades and have the Wehrmacht helmet. Yes, that is true. Yes, you know, like Chile, for example, a lot of their military parades are traditionally like German-like. That confuses a lot of people. You are correct in that. I think they still wear the Stahlhelm helmets in like their traditional parades.
Take aim.
Turns it into a.
Take aim.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I mean, the Revolutionary War was 100% justified. Izatsu Kaien. the reason that they wore such bright colored uniforms in this time period was because when you would fire muskets, there would be a lot of smoke that would, you know, come out of them, and then you would be, if there was a bayonet charge, you wouldn't be able to tell if it's friendly or foe that's coming at you. So that's why they wore bright colored uniforms, so that they could tell. What just happened? Everyone stopped? I think the server might have crashed. Yeah, I think the server crashed. Ah, great. Yeah, and, what is it, crap, I'm gonna go to the barbecue a little bit later. Can you use the pounder guns mean like cannons? Yeah. But I don't know how they work. Did all the servers just crash on the game? I think all of the servers might have crashed. Well, that's the thing is, Cone Prince, is I would suggest you read a little bit more of American history because you are, you're mistaken. Is that... Can I join this one here? Turning them on, I'm trying to refresh, but it's... Look, there are people that say that the Americans betrayed the British, but that's not the way we Americans see it. The way Americans see it is we see it that the British betrayed the Americans. That's the way we see it. So, like, people say, oh, the Americans betrayed the British, but, the way Americans see it is they see it that the British betrayed them. Because the thing about the Revolutionary War is the Revolutionary War could have been completely avoided. Like, it could have been completely avoided. But it was the British Parliament and the British Prime Minister didn't support the colonists' demands, and then King George backed the British Parliament, which is one of the worst decisions ever in history, and then you basically know the rest. Okay, what happened? Are like all the servers right now just... Hopefully the US lasts to 2076 and beyond. I hope it does. Thank you, Connect, for the super chat. Benedict Arnold was a traitor, yes. Hello from London. Hello, AS. Wasn't the US originally formed because they had enough of Britain? Well, the thing is at the start of the Revolutionary War, when the Revolutionary War first started, they weren't fighting for independence at the start of the war. They were fighting so that Britain would give in to their demands. They were hoping that, you know, if they fought enough, that Britain would give in to their demands. When they realized that wasn't happening, they eventually decided, you know what, we're gonna go for full independence, because even if Britain gives in to our demands now, there's no guarantee that they're gonna, you know, keep that. So that was it. So, and the thing about this is that I don't know if there's any servers right now. I'm trying to... It's like all of the servers are just down right now. I think they might have crashed. Much Americans served the British Crown during the 7 Years' War, and in return got taxed by Parliament for representation. Yes, that is true. But here's one extra thing. That's gonna be a really tough match to see who wins, Mexico versus England. They're both really good teams. I'll watch that. I think all the servers have crashed because I think so many people are getting on for 4th of July because I don't see any servers right now. Like, I know it's not my internet because the stream's still up. So it's, it has to be the game. So I guess we're just gonna sit here and answer Revolutionary War questions until the servers come up. So about the 7 Years' War, also, the 7 Years' War is the overall large conflict, because the 7 Years' War wasn't just fought in America and Canada, it was also fought in Europe. The 7 Years' War refers to the global conflict that happened, because it was happening in Europe too. The French and Indian War is the American theater of that war, where America and Canada were fighting. But in the American theater of the war, one of the reasons that Americans like really got mad at the one of the reasons that Americans really got mad at the British is because they weren't being treated fairly. So before the Revolutionary War, a lot of people think it's only taxes. It's not just only taxes. There's a lot of other things. Before the Revolutionary War, most Americans saw themselves as British. So people would identify with their state first. They would say, I'm a Virginian, I'm a New Yorker, I'm a Pennsylvanian, you know, so forth. But they identified also as British. But however, though, the British did not treat them like that. So when the Americans would basically refer to themselves as British, the British basically were like, you're not British, you're a colonist. That's what their attitude was, is they would call them the colonist, and that was not a nice way to say it. So being called a colonist and not being called British, like a lot of the Americans, they said that they wanted to be treated as proper Englishmen. Now, during the French and Indian War, a lot of Americans had fought in that war. They fought in the colonial militias. Like, for example, George Washington fought in the Virginia colonial militia. But here's the thing. The Americans were actually getting paid less than the British were. So, if you were in the British Army and you came over, you know, on a boat and you were fighting in the French and Indian War, you were getting paid more than an American colonial soldier, even if you are the exact same rank. And if you were fighting the same battle, same rank, the British soldiers were getting paid more. But not only that, the ranks were not equal. So George Washington, for example, was a lieutenant colonel in the Virginia militia during the, French and Indian War. Lieutenant colonel is a very high rank. And what happened was a British captain would actually outrank him. So that's how the system was, is that British officers always outranked higher colonial American officers. So George Washington's dream was to actually get a commission in the British Army, but he was constantly rejected because he was told that he was a colonist. He was told that he was not British. So that, made George Washington really upset. And then what happened was Braddock's expedition, which I know it's in the Young Washington movie. I still have to watch that. But the Braddock's expedition, a lot of people know it from Assassin's Creed 3, but it was a real thing that happened. It was General Braddock, and General Braddock was trying to take a French fort that is located in modern-day Pittsburgh. I forget the name of the French fort that he was trying to take, but the trail that he was going through was a bad idea. Washington warned him. He told him that here in America, wars are fought very differently. People fight wars in the forests, people use hills, they use cover. In Europe, the Europeans would just fight in open fields. They would come at each other in line formation, open fields. In America, the fighting was very different, and Washington understood that. He knew how the French were trained to fight. He knew how the French native allies were trained to fight. He tried to tell Braddock. Braddock wouldn't listen to him, and Braddock ended up dying. They got ambushed by the French and the natives. Braddock got shot multiple times. He died. Washington took command of the army. Washington actually got shot 3 or 4 times in that battle, but he actually didn't get hit. It went through his uniform, but didn't actually pierce his skin, which is just a miracle that happened there. So he's extremely lucky. But Washington took control of the army and took control of both the British and the American colonial army, and he organized a retreat. He pulled them out, and he saved the remaining army. So, 20 or 30% of the army fell in that battle, in Braddock's expedition, but Washington, rallied the rest of the soldiers and got them out. And when Washington returned, he was not labeled a hero at all. All the American local newspapers called him a hero, but the British did not see it that way. They didn't recognize him, they didn't give him a medal, they didn't promote him. He was pissed, he was annoyed about that. And so Washington basically said is, what's the point of, of fighting for this empire if they don't even regard me as an equal? So that was it. So it wasn't just about taxes. It was more of an identity that was forming, like an American identity started forming over time. So the taxes were a huge part of it, where Americans were getting taxed for the French and Indian War, and a lot of them had fought and died in the French and Indian War. A lot of them had been injured and casualties of the war, and they now were being taxed without being represented. They just wanted a fair seat in the British Parliament, but the British wouldn't give it to them. So it's a combination of things. It's a combination of taxation without representation. It's a combination of also being treated not as equals, being treated as colonists versus being treated as British. So there's a lot of reasons for the Revolutionary War happening. Would the U.S. have a chance against the Ottoman Empire in the early 1800s? What if France offered to help? In the early 1800s, no. So if the U.S. fought against the Ottoman Empire, if the Ottoman Empire tried to invade America, it would be a disaster. They wouldn't have the resources to come over and invade America, so they would be, that would be a disaster. If America tried to fight them, like in the Middle East in the early 1800s, no, it would not have worked out for them. The Americans fought the Barbary pirates, which the Barbary pirates were pirates that worked for the Ottomans. They weren't directly the Ottoman military, they were more like, protectorates of the Ottomans. That's what they were. And the Americans defeated the Barbary pirates, but going up against the Ottoman Empire at that time would have been different. Thank you, Steve, for the super chat. America, thank you, Ethan, for the super chat also. I heard Long Island was legally purchased in the 1700s. I know a lot. I don't know about all of Long Island. I know that some of the land was, like, I know, like, the area where the town of Oyster Bay was, that land was purchased, I know, from the native tribe that lived there, but I don't know the other lands. I don't know the backstory there. I do know, for example, that Manhattan used to be settled by a native tribe. I think it was the Algonquin tribe that lived in Manhattan, and what happened is the Dutch attacked them, made a colony there, and Manhattan also has a pretty dark story, so people don't know this. You know Wall Street, where Wall Street is? You know how, like, they have, in Wall Street, they have, like, that old, like, kind of, like, cement road, like, you know, with the bricks in the ground? Like, you know what I'm talking in Wall Street. The backstory behind that is that there was actually a huge wall that was built there, and the Dutch specifically built that to separate the Dutch area from the native area, so a lot of people don't know that the Dutch did that. The British later invaded Manhattan, and they took it from the Dutch, so the Manhattan was originally built as a Dutch colony, but then the British invaded and took it over, and so that's more a little bit of the backstory there. Try refreshing. I'm gonna try. Yeah, it's there's, like, no... Let me try, What is... Let me try to, restart the game. Maybe that'll fix something there. The sequel to the Revolutionary War, was not our best. You're talking about the War of 1812. The thing about, oh, there's an update required for War of Rights. I guess that's what kicked everybody off. They required an update, and then they kicked everybody off because of the update. I guess that's what happened. Okay, I'm downloading the update right now. So about the War of 1812, here's the thing about this, is that in British, the way that the British teach that history, and even the way that Canadians teach, like, the War of 1812, they portray the Americans as aggressors, but I disagree with that. I think that the U.S. was justified in attacking Canada in the War of 1812. So, like, a lot of the British say that the Americans were trying to take over Canada and annex Canada. That's not entirely true. The reason that the War of let's see if the servers pop up now. Okay, the servers are back, so it's the update. So, the War of 1812... the reason that the United States attacked Canada, or it was controlled by Britain at the time, attacked the British Empire, the Napoleonic Wars were going on, and so the British were fighting against the French in Spain in the Peninsular Campaign. And the campaign wasn't always going the best for the British. So what the British started doing is America declared itself a neutral country. America basically stayed out of the Napoleonic War, said we're not getting involved. Now, when American ships crossed the Atlantic Ocean towards Europe to, like, trade, to trade, sell stuff, and even when American ships were crossing towards Canada to trade with the Canadians, what the British Army would do is the British Navy would board American ships, and what they would do is they would impress the sailors, which basically that means they would force the American sailors into the British Navy. So they would then steal everything on the American ship, and they would convert the ship to military use, and if they couldn't do that, they would scuttle the ship, which means take the ship apart for parts. And so basically, they were kidnapping, hundreds of possibly thousands of Americans, and forcing them into the British Navy to fight against the French. And this enraged the Americans, and the American government had complained to Britain several times about this, told them to stop boarding our ships. We're a neutral country, stop, impressing our sailors, stop doing that. But the British government's response is that Americans are British citizens and British subjects, and so therefore they have to be, they're legally being drafted. They're not being kidnapped, but we were a separate country, or separate people at that time. America was already an independent country for, about, 30 years at that point, when the War of 1812 was happening. So that was the backstory there. And James Madison ordered an attack on Canada. And while the attack went successful at first, the British pushed us back, and then pushed us back to DC. They burnt the White House down. And so a lot of people think that the US lost that war, but the US didn't necessarily win or lose. It went to a stalemate, because then the British, what they did was they invaded New Orleans. So the British tried to basically box America in two from the north and from the south, and they sent an army to Louisiana, where, that's where Andrew Jackson, who later became president, he became famous. Andrew Jackson had defended New Orleans. And he refused to surrender, he refused to give up. He ambushed the British army right outside of New Orleans, and he wiped the British out. Like, he just completely obliterated their army. All of their generals and officers almost all died in that. Like, they just completely got obliterated. The crazy thing is, when that actually happened, that war was actually over for a week. So the United States and Britain signed a treaty a week earlier, which the war ended. But because there was no technology back then, people still thought the war was on, so that battle happened for no reason, and an entire British army had basically been destroyed. But the thing about that is that the United States did accomplish something very important in the War of 1812, and what they accomplished is that they show that they basically won't be pushed around. So basically, before that, Britain could basically, keep poking us, thinking that they can do what they want, but that basically showed America was rising as a world power. So that was, in my opinion, I think the War of 1812 was that it was justified. It was because, that entire war could have been avoided if the British had not been, kidnapping Americans. And, a lot of people say, oh, James Madison was stupid for attacking the British, but think about it if you're the American president. If you're the American president and Britain keeps kidnapping your people, keeps boarding your ships, kidnapping your people, and they refuse to stop, what are you going to do? The only option at that point is war. So, you can't just basically say, okay, we'll take it, we'll let our citizens get kidnapped. It doesn't work like that. So, James Madison didn't do anything wrong by attacking Canada in that. He had really no choice at that point. Let me look at the comments. Thoughts on Scottish independence movement? I know many Scottish kings also had Norse ancestors, so I find the movement kind of strange. You mean that a lot of them are related to the, Vikings? Thank you, Steve, for the super chat. I don't know. It's not my country to speak on, so I don't know much about Scottish independence. Thank you for the super chat. So I don't know. If that's what the people want, I guess that's what the people want, but I don't know that much about it. Okay, let me join a new battle here. Let's see here. Oh, this might be the Civil War one. I don't want to join the Civil War one. I want to join the Revolutionary War one. Yeah, this is the Revolution. This is the Civil War one. I don't want to join the Civil War one. Oh, I accidentally exited the whole game. Okay, hold on one second. Here. What's your specs? Just curious. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. Let me tell you what my specs are. This is a gaming laptop, but it's, let me see here. Hold on. It says, I don't know gaming PCs that well. It says I have a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060. That's what it says I have. I'm playing on right now. Can you talk about the Sons of Liberty? What do you think of them? I think the Sons of Liberty were generally good people. You know, it was Sam Adams who led that. But the Sons of Liberty were literally some of the earliest American revolutionaries. It might have been actually even the first. That happened largely in Boston. You know, they were responsible for the Boston Tea Party. They were responsible for a lot of protests against Britain. Let me see here. This might be the, I think this is the Civil War one also. Oh no, this is Civil War again. Hold on, let me get to a Revolutionary War one. I think this might be the Revolutionary War one, but it's 400 players. I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to get in here. Yeah, I can't even get in here. Oh no, this is Civil War also. Well, Arkley, if I'm saying your name correctly, I don't support, you know, any country interfering in American foreign policy. Like, if you want my opinion, I'm against sending any money to Israel or any other country, so I'm not for sending foreign aid to other countries. I'm very libertarian on this. I don't, you know, I don't believe in giving free handouts to other countries. So that's my view. I don't support that. Michael DeSanta's not evil. No, he's not. You know, the closest example of an evil GTA character would be Claude. Yeah, so I don't know if there's any Revolutionary War games going on right now. Do I believe we're on stolen land? Here's what I will say about this, is that there are multiple tribes and countries who have, you know, taken land from each other. Like, for example, if you look at, like, the Black Hills, which are in South Dakota, the Black Hills were historically occupied by the Crow tribe, I believe they were. And then what happened was the Sioux actually came in and conquered them and took their land. And then what ended up happening was then later on the U.S. came and then conquered the Sioux. And now when you have a situation like that, you ask yourself, is, you know, whose land is it? Is it going to the Crows? Is it going to the Sioux? Is it going to the Americans? So that's my opinion on it, is that a lot of times people and I don't support conquering anyone, but a lot of times what people don't understand is that there are a lot of tribes that conquered each other. They took land from each other, they occupied each other. A lot of people don't know that. The reset filters, let's try this again here. Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for Drill Camp USA. Is this... Well, the Sioux, I'm pretty sure, are originally from Minnesota. I don't think they're from South Dakota. I think they're from Minnesota. And the Sioux expanded into the Dakotas. They did, and they came in contact with, like, the Crows, and they fought against the Crows. No, I didn't hear about that arcade. Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm surprised there's no American one right now. Hang on, let's see here. Smithfield, we'll try joining this one. Hopefully this is an American one. It's a Civil War again. Leave server, okay. I personally think that a lot of like the Native American languages, I think those should be offered as like language courses in all public schools in America, because a lot of the languages are less and less people are speaking them, and those languages are part of American culture. So I think that they should be like preserved. So that I think that is I would be fine with that, as offering those as language courses in schools. And I think it would teach Americans also about their history too. I don't know what to do right now. I might just play on like a Civil War one and just wait until there's like a Revolutionary War one available. Because I don't see any Revolutionary War ones right now. Hang on. Update 200. I was close to Valley Forge, but I never visited it. I'm gonna have a video tonight talking about, my message to Xbox. Yeah, I'm gonna probably just join this server and hope that they switch the Revolutionary War one after. Happy 4th of July, thank you. Hopefully when this ends, they'll do the Revolutionary War one. Crap. Oh God, that looked like Grape Shot.
Situation could be better. We're holding well.
Grape Shot comes from a cannon. It's
I want you to find I think Agrivar's company. Tell him we need support.
Alright, he's over on the right side.
Tell him to press him. Oh fuck.
What game are you playing? War of Rights.
Oh my god!
What just happened?
Holy shit!
Don't charge, don't charge, don't charge.
No, 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 no! Don't do that! No!
Ah, they're retards. Let them.
We're capping from here, we're fine.
Garrison the caissons, boys.
Keep on shooting, boys, keep on shooting.
Did I get him? Can't tell if I got him.
He's over there, take him with the red cannon cruise. Red cannon cruise, take him with the flags, over there shooting.
They're probably gonna charge us. There they come.
Got him.
Pick up that flag.
See that? It got the Confederate cavalrymen. So, yeah, so a lot of people don't realize these guns were actually much more accurate than people think they were. I really hope they make it the
motivations that animated men to enlist range from
I like how you
pure
made the
fervor
donation
to worship,
$17.76.
but perhaps nothing concerned the average soldier
That's
more
funny.
than his pay.
You're funny guy, Titanium.
When men first
Why
rushed
do
to
some British
volunteer in
folk
the Union
consider
and
today
Confederate armies, private's wage
Treason
was
Day?
a relatively scant sum of $11 per month. In August 1861, Federal Congress passed an act increasing base pay to $13, and would again see an increase in 1864 to $16 a month. Numerous forms of bounties paid out by the central and state governments provided Union men even greater economic incentives to enlist. A New York volunteer by 1863, for example, could earn $300 from the county,
Do you have a Civil War outfit? I do.
$75 from the state, a $100 bounty from the federal government for just enlisting, and an additional $300 if he signed for 3 years, for a total of $775. Rebel soldiers made little in comparison. For one, they wouldn't see an increase in wages until June 1864 to $18, by which time Confederate currency was utterly worthless.
I'll
due to
answer your
widespread
question in
inflation
one
and loss of value.
in one moment. Just waiting for this to
Bounties
end.
were similarly anemic offerings in Dixie. In December 1861, an already cash-strapped Confederate Congress could only vote to award a $50 bounty and 6-day furlough to one-year soldiers who re-enlisted.
I'll stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'll stream GTA tomorrow. We'll do it. Oh, there's... Damn, they're doing... Okay. Leave here. I wanted to do the Revolutionary War one, not this. Okay, let me answer the question here now. Why do some British folks consider today Treason Day? Like, I really wish that, like, a lot of people would read history more and understand the American perspective on this. Because the way that we Americans see it is we don't see it as betraying Britain. We see it as Britain betraying us. Because we ask, why were we not treated as equals? Why were we not treated as Englishmen? Why were we taxed without representation? Stuff like that. Why were we called colonists and not British? So, there's a lot of those things there. Thank you, Titanium. Okay, so... I hope that they still have the, because I don't see any of the American servers going up here right now. They might be gone right now, are they? Are they? Hang on, I know Braylon, but... You didn't read my super chat? I'm sorry, AS. Let me look. If I didn't see it, I apologize. Where do you get your costumes? Have you been to Poland before? Played any CD Projekt Red games? Why Canada remain more pro-Britain during the Revolutionary War? Well, to answer your question, the reason Canada was more pro-British is because they just had more loyalists there. That was the primary reason. Have I played any CD Projekt Red games? No, I haven't. I gotta play Cyberpunk. Where do I get my costumes? Mostly Amazon. This one came from Amazon. Have I been to Poland before? Last time was in 2010. Let me see. How long is War of Rights Independence Day? It concludes on July 6th, so it should still be here. So I don't know what happened to the American servers. I wanted to play in the Revolutionary War servers here. I played BioShock Infinite, yes. Yes, that is true. Morocco did recognize the United States. Is there a way for me to make the server browser only with, Do you ever read history online or go to the library? I like to read online mostly. I like to also watch documentaries. There's some really good documentaries that you can watch. Okay, hold on. Well, Andrew Jackson was really brutal in that, and that was one of the worst things he did. It was he was removing the Cherokee, I think, from Georgia. I think that's where it was Georgia where it happened, and the Supreme Court basically said that he can't move them, but Jackson just ignored the Supreme Court and moved them anyways. Spider-Man, I will still start this year. Should I? Which one should I be playing first? Thank you, Feline King. I didn't know that, Benny. I didn't know that, Rocky FPS. Awesome outfit, thank you. I'm just trying to find right now a server with the Revolutionary War on it, but I can't find it. Thank you, Feline King. Opinion on the Monroe Doctrine and opening Japan. I think the Monroe Doctrine was generally a good thing, because the Monroe Doctrine basically said is that the United States is not going to interfere in European affairs, and for Europeans not to interfere in, you know, affairs in the Americas. You know, it was, I think it was a good a good doctrine and a good law. And opening up Japan. When the United States forced Japan to open its ports, that was what was the officer's name? Matthew Perry. Commodore Matthew Perry was his name, not the actor, but the that was actually his name back then, Matthew Perry. He was the first American representative in Japan. He had sailed with the U.S. Navy and had forced Japan to basically open its ports. And while it was kind of intrusive on the Japanese, it did end up helping the Japanese economy, because the Japanese economy grew like 20% after they started trading with the United States. So they made a lot of money, and their economy grew pretty well. The Americans weren't there to colonize Japan. They weren't there to, you know, take over Japan or tell the Japanese how to live. They just wanted to make money. That's why the Americans were actually some of the most welcomed Westerners in Japan. The Dutch were also welcomed in Japan because the Dutch were there to trade primarily. The Japanese hated the Portuguese the most. Out of all the, you know, Westerners, they hated the Portuguese. The reason the Japanese hated the Portuguese is because when the Portuguese would come into Japan, they would constantly try to force the Japanese to convert to Catholicism, where the Americans and the Dutch didn't really care. The Americans and the Dutch were just there to do trade and make money. So that's why the Portuguese were really hated in Japan. So the Portuguese were really banned from Japan. That was the reason for it. Hey, GB, how you doing, dude? Okay, I hope that we can join a... Let's see here. I'm gonna join this. Hopefully this is a Revolutionary War one. Looks like no, too. Damn, why is no one doing the Revolutionary War one right now? How do I do that, Liskiff? Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find a Revolutionary War one, and I can't find it right now. This one might be Civil War II. Yeah, it's Civil War II. Who do I think is the most underrated president? 20th century? Probably, Truman. Harry Truman. Yeah, Harry Truman, probably. Harry Truman was a great president, and I don't think he's remembered that much, but Truman was overall a great president. I think this is Civil War also. King Louis supported France 16 supported the American Revolution. It's a little bit more complicated than that. So here's the thing: is the French did not like the Americans. They didn't like what the Americans stood for. The reason that they supported them primarily was to hurt Britain. That was the primary reason. Pro, thoughts on the Indian Removal Act? It was one of the worst things that Andrew Jackson did. Jackson was a pretty brutal president. Yeah, I can't seem to find one here. Let me restart the game, maybe they'll... Do you think Calvin was underrated? Yeah, Calvin Coolidge was generally a great president. Low taxes, was generally pro-free market. He didn't believe in a lot of intervention in the economy. He was against elitism, so yeah, he was. I would say he was generally a good president too. Hold on 1 second here, everyone. Hoover was not a great president. Yes, I will admit that. He was not a good one. Joining a battle. Okay. Is it true Spain helped the US during the Revolutionary War? Yes and no. They didn't help them with troops or weapons. They helped them by declaring war on Britain, but that was in Spain's own interest. Well, the War of 1812, I talked about it before, Warwick. The reason the US attacked Britain during the War of 1812 was because the British were kidnapping and forcing Americans into the British Navy. Did not receive packet from client. Event active, 1776, but... Holy moly, what a costume. Well, thank you. I'll just join this for now, and hopefully once this ends, they will do the Revolutionary War one. How do I use text chat in this game?
Don't you dare steal my horse, young man.
I was just testing.
What's up, baby?
Steal it, steal it. Wow, you can't steal it.
You honestly can't grab the horse.
Second, let me...
but not that.
Hey guys,
How do you use text chat more right?
Shift up into the line, into the line. Resume independent.
Okay, enter on your keyboard. Okay, hold on. Horse.
with me. You know what, I'm just leaving my horse, actually. That's not fucking enough. It's not worth it.
I mean, like... I didn't
Oh shit! Kill this villain! Kill the villain! Yeah, fuck with you. Let's keep going, boys. Go forward. Keep marching.
Pepper, happy 4th of July. Hey. Oh, I just got headshotted. That was brutal. I know it's the wrong war, but there is not any Revolutionary War servers up right now, which sucks.
Break the reloads. Sprint out to the left. National Guard A. Break the reloads. Sprint to the left. Look at that guy with that flag, dude.
If we get the cover, we start to flag down and let them down, no?
My partner's dad was Eisenhower's rival in World War II era, really.
forgot how accurate these muskets were.
Yeah, I'm not quite used to it. They're taking moderate casualty.
Did they change
Hey, pull back to the forest line. Pull back to the
it's
forest
getting
line.
cut down.
Sorry, boys.
Oh my god, what
Over.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. Why did the Americans keep the red, white, and blue? That was just the American, our flag.
On a battlefield.
Yeah, I'm trying to see here, but I don't see any 1776 servers, unfortunately. Like, once they did that update, it's like nobody's playing anymore.
It's above independent at the company right in front of us.
The revolution was a political break from the crown, not a total rejection of Anglo culture traditions. Maybe, but it's like a lot of American culture and like American identity became very different over time. Like, if you know like Webster's dictionary, Webster was the guy who wrote Webster's dictionary, and he was the guy who was really responsible for American English. So like how American English formed is he was largely responsible for that. So like how like Americans say different words. Like, you know, we say, like, aluminum, where the British, I know, say aluminium. You know, they say progress, we say progress. This is more accurate on the firing distances that were in the Civil War. Like, this is how close, this is how far they were. They weren't, like, right in front of each other, like you see in movies. This was a more accurate distance they were shooting at each other from. Well, it's not just how Americans you know, pronounce words. Like, we have entirely different words. Like, you know, for example, for example, like, I know that in America we say, like, trucks. The British say lorries, I think that's what they say.
Where is Pancake at? Oh, he's dead? Okay.
How effective was the hand-to-hand combat in this war? In Civil War, hand-to-hand combat, very brutal. In Revolutionary War, there was actually more of it. Because guns were less accurate, and so there was more bayonet charges.
It's looking pretty good so far.
Company, left face, 12th Ohio B, left face, left face, left face, left face.
Oh crap!
Moving left.
Listen to your beautiful NCOs and officers, please.
I didn't have a percussion cap in. That's realistic. The hammer, you know, went forward without anything.
Crossover.
Nice trumpet.
I trust you.
I mean,
I trust
you
you.
go.
In fact, they're right up there. You see him right there up to the left.
Yep, they're gonna be crossing that road. Shoot him up, shoot him up.
See him with the red coats? Well, I will once I'm ready.
Nope, he's dead.
Oh, I see them. Okay.
They're not stopping, so that's good.
Nope.
Company up and over left, up and over left, up and over left.
Yeah, all right.
Let's go,
Let's go to the left.
Up and over left.
Hey, actually, scratch that. We're pushing right, pushing.
Fall back.
Scratch that.
Never mind. Press T, follow your star.
What are you thinking there?
Yeah, I'm leading with no horse.
Yeah, well, it's fucking kind of annoying.
Yeah, but it's fun.
How are the horses, by the way? I haven't tried them yet. Oh, there's enemies up there, officer, leading us towards them.
I know. Wolflick should be helping us.
This is a really bad. This is a really bad place to be in. That was a really bad move, pushing from that area into this area. They have the higher ground. This is really bad. This is. Yeah, I knew that was coming. What part of your country's history are you the most interested in? American history? Probably either Revolutionary War or Civil War. Hey, Brandon. Hey, Pro, what are you wearing? Oh, this is like, a continental American cosplay outfit for what the Continentals wore during the Civil War or during the Revolutionary War. I know I'm playing the Civil War instead of the Revolutionary War right now, but there was no American Revolutionary War servers on right now, so I just had no choice but to play this. There was earlier, but who would have fought in the Civil War? The Union and the Confederacy. There's the artillery. Yeah.
Gentlemen, let me just sneak right by you.
What's wrong with the stream? Is it good? Trying to tell where the enemy is here. Is that them up there?
We are waiting. Give me a second.
Who's using a damn phone?
Listen, if you're National Guard A, shift left. We're trying to grab that flag. If you're National Guard A, shift left. Oh, don't stand in front of the horse. That's a bad idea. If you're National Guard A, shift left. We're grabbing the flag.
I don't know what to say that I'm National Guard A, but I was. Picked up the flag. Let's go, National Guard A. We're shifting left.
Yeah, sorry about the frame drops here, guys.
Alright, spread it out on this fence right here, guys. Spread it out.
One man per post.
Well, one man per post. Use your round ball. Or mini ball, whatever you have. I forget. Just spread it out. Independent fire. Make sure
Yeah,
our flag stays up.
55.
We're good on time, we're
Mini
good on
ball.
tickets.
If you have 42, use round. Shooting at a distance. Then you have a 55.
Your mini
Grab
ball. That works. Oh, don't stand around the horse, guys. Don't stand around me. I'm
Stand
gonna
next
run
to
you
the
over by
horse.
accident. Oh my god, my horse. Oh.
No!
Independent fire, guys. Independent fire.
Independent fire, one man per post.
The orders.
We're independent fire across the hill.
Crap.
Fixed bayonets, boy. Helps with the sweat.
Oh crap, that's grape shot from a cannon.
Your officer didn't tell
For
you
people
to
that don't
lie
know what
down.
grape shot is, it's
Get
basically
back up.
when a cannon fires like a giant shotgun
shoot
shell. Think
back.
about that.
I don't
But
like
those
seeing
shells
all
are enough to
white
blow you
food.
apart. Yeah, no, I wanted to play the Revolutionary War event. I played a little bit of it earlier, but there's no servers for it right now. It's still going for 2 more days, but
I got shot. So my horse died, and I got shot by a concussion ball as I was falling.
I don't know why they don't make the Revolutionary War one as a permanent thing.
Oh my god, that guy just got exploded right in front of me.
Oh, flag down, get a new flag, get the flag. There we go.
I got. Who all gets horses? Does the cavalry actually?
Yes, you're right on that about grape shot being canister. My god, there's so much. Don't they have offline bots? No, they don't. After this, I'm gonna check if there's a Revolutionary War one up. I was just hoping that they would make a new they would go to Revolutionary War after this.
Reaper ball. Reaper. Go to the right, to the left. Give it to the
Yep, try to use cover to the best of your ability, guys.
We're getting wrecked by artillery, dude. We cannot stay here. We're just gonna keep on dying.
The difference between a unionist and a royalist? Well, a royalist would be somebody that would support the monarchy, but a unionist is someone who wants to keep the union together, but I'm assuming you're talking about America. The unionists were people who wanted to preserve the union and stop the Confederacy or the Civil War. Royalists are people who support the monarchy. They could be in Britain or France or... Hey Pat, how are you doing? And don't ask me how I'm feeling, and happy 4th of July. Well, thank you, Brandon, but is everything okay, Brandon?
Keep shooting.
Oh my god, I got hit directly by a cannonball. Oh my god, I just saw that. That was like, oh. You don't want to know what that body would look like. Like that you would not want to see that. That is just...
Push us, and we push back. I wish, but the thing is, we're the attackers. You know their intention is to attack us. There's the defenders. You're right. And they have artillery up there, so any advance we make is going to be peppered by canister and shell.
I'll see you, WFan King. Take care, dude. Stream keeps buffering for you? Wait, is it buffering for anyone else? I've been in Colorado for a stopover flight once. Kentucky, I don't think I've ever been in Kentucky. Yeah, I have Holdfast. I have that game too. I might jump on Holdfast if I can't find a server here. Yes, I have Polyflame. They meant the FPS, oh, yeah. FPS I know is pretty bad. I don't know why it's so tough to run this game at times. I have a good graphics card, so...
Sergeant's on horse duty.
Sprint up! Go, go! Stop aiming!
Advance,
Sprint up!
boys,
Break
go.
reloads!
Break
Sprint up,
low,
boys.
come on.
He says sprint, so
Enemy
that means
cavalry
sprint,
uphill. Enemy
not
cavalry
double
uphill.
quick.
Take aim. Enemy cavalry.
Enemy cavalry uphill!
Uphill.
Get in the line, crap.
Sergeants, hold your load, sergeants.
Take aim.
Okay. Alright.
Fire!
That's our major, that's on you.
Be reload the hole.
By sergeant's command.
Independent fire.
No, I got
Horse
sunburn on my
horses.
shoulders and
Independent
down on my
fire
arms and
horses.
on top of my
Independent
hands.
fire
The only
horses.
burns in my
Independent
shoulders. I took
fire.
alloy gel. Oh, I'm sorry, Brandon. I hope you feel
Left
better.
side. Focus on the left side. We do have friendlies coming in. All enemy uphill. All enemy cavalry uphill.
Good
behind
shots,
us?
boys. Good shots on these cavalry.
This is a horse.
Come on, boys, it's not that bad.
Independent.
Come on, if you find it, get in line
Horses on
before
our
you load.
road.
Independent, boys, come on.
Oh, what? Shot by a mini ball. Oh, okay. Will you remain on PS5 after GTA 6 Online switch to PC? Well, most of my friends are on PlayStation, so I'll probably keep playing PlayStation. But I have a video coming out later today talking about Xbox and what Xbox can do right now about the situation with Sony
Start trying to
going
shoot
discless.
southwest. Do that push, please.
Yeah, it feels nice being up here.
you don't have good shots, fine, shoot left.
Nick.
I don't know if this is better. This is boring, but...
Is this better, Pancake?
Oh, he's dead.
Pancake, quit dying.
Happy 4th, thank you.
You guys want to keep up independent or volley? Anyone have any preferences?
I don't care.
Sergeant Michael would prefer to volley.
Okay, North Ohio B.
Thanks for everyone. So, I won't be able to stream for a bit or join in Red Dead Redemption 2 streams and GTA streams, but I can be in your chat. Okay, Brandon. Well, I hope you feel better, dude.
North Ohio B, about face, online.
About face needs to turn around.
Lone hold, check once loaded. Lone hold, check once loaded.
Gulf Ohio Company B.
Guys, lone hold, stop shooting. Hey, you guys got your loads? Once you got your loads, advance with me.
Fall forward, Hopman. Give me a ride, cowboy.
Can you
guys hear me now? Hold on.
Aim
Alright, thank you.
down to the left. You see that smoke? Don't aim in front. That's cavalry. That's friendly. Take aim down left. Take aim down left. Steady. Fire.
Oh, nice. Not true.
Let's push the independent on the remaining cavalry and push you that's enemy.
Oh, crap!
Oh shit, that's a fucking... Alright, Poopy alive. Shout out Poopy.
Yeah, independent fire. Let's kill that cavalry.
There's a lot of things southwest, Pancake, southwest, I believe. Come down that fucking hill.
We're fine. Pull back into the bush.
I'm pulling back.
Damn, okay. Hi, Pro, how are you? I'm good, Sebi, how are you? Pro is looking locked in like he's actually there, yeah.
Lone hold. You guys loaded? Yep. If you're loaded, take aim right in front. Down there. Take aim. Steady. Fire. Reload. If you missed that volley, join the next one, please. Check once loaded. Company, once you checked, take aim again at that flag right in front of us. Take aim. Steady. Fire. Reload.
Oh, did you guys see that shot? I don't know if you saw that. I killed the Confederate cavalrymen. It should be a law to make digital actual ownership. Yeah, that companies should never be able to cut support for these games.
Man. Take aim at him. Fuck him. Fuck cavalry. Take aim. Steady. Fire. You got him. Good job, boys. Reload.
Officer down.
Steady, John.
I'm gonna wait for the next update, and then I'll make the new GTA money guide.
Volley's going.
Yep. Checking up. Good, John.
I crashed and lost my slot.
Oh, sad.
Check.
Company checks
Company.
that.
Take aim. Southwest. Got smoke. Take aim. Company.
Big man. Southwest.
Fuck. Reload.
Reload.
Officer's back.
Reload. Guys, blow and hold, burn hold, volley.
Oh, I see them.
Volley cleave. Alright, company, once you are checked, take aim. Right in front, right in front. Steady, steady. Fire.
There we go.
Brother RB, advance with me. And 19's gonna stay back on flag.
What'd I miss?
I have the musket in GTA. I also have a musket in real life, too. I have the Kentucky long rifle. I have that one.
Your 12th Ohio B, you need to get moving up there.
Okay, we're charging them now. Okay, once I reload, I'm coming up there. What's your question, Warwick? Oh. Yeah, hang on, I got...
Shift left, cross the field, shift left, get her.
Damn, I got shot. I got shot by a pistol, okay. Well, Warsaw Uprising was the largest uprising of World War II, that is true.
That officer on his high horse. Shoot him down. Run that bitch down.
Oh, god damn it, I spawned in for you.
Up then.
Bye, horsey.
Oh, fuck, it didn't get my horse.
Yeah, I spawned.
Main target right now. It's up there. The company.
Just keep independent fire up.
Battle is about to be over. Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't have enough experience in this game to play as an officer.
Ohio Company B, independent fire, boy. Shoot him up.
Keep it up, keep those bales hot.
Boys, on top of the hill, west by northwest. They're on the right side of the trees now.
It's a turkey shoot. Get him. Straight at him.
Aim right at him, aim right at him.
Yeah.
Load hold, load hold, load hold, load hold, load hold, load hold. Check on loaded.
Ceasefire. New find you a new target for.
Load no. Load no.
The order is to hold your fire.
Look to your left, down the line, in the between the trees. Present arms. Present arms.
I don't think we'll get
Alright,
Red
boys,
Dead 3
alright,
for a long
boys, alright,
time.
boys. Hold my company so far, B.
Wonderful. Not the best model, like 76, but
Don't know how B. Take aim. Left side. Take aim over there. You see that flag over there? Take aim. Steady.
Southwest, boys, southwest.
Fire. Reload.
I guess we're gonna see who's gonna win this battle, but was the Confederacy losing the war inevitable? Oh, they're in the last stand. Okay.
Hold. Come on. 19th against the flag. Flag stay here. Everyone else with me. Advance.
The Confederacy, early on in the war, maybe they might have had a somewhat of a chance, but by the time the North had its industry, you know, building up, no, they didn't.
Kill these cavalrymen. If they're wearing gray, shoot them. Good
I think
kills,
I got one.
Good kill. Fuck that cavalry up. Yeah, shift right. Real right. Shoot him up on right.
Your brother Billy, whatever happened there. That's funny. That's from Sopranos. I don't know if it feels like whatever happened there. Thank you, Flamingo. I played Mass Effect? No, I haven't. I know the games, but I wish this game was available on console.
Yeah, independent fire. They came down the hill.
No, Zach, I don't know this game too
Don't
much
choose
to be a
flags. Flags
commander
don't
in this
matter.
one. I could be a commander in Hell Let Loose. That game I know pretty well, but this game I don't know that well, so I can't.
Here they come, boys. They're southwest.
Oh, they're doing
right
the
left, boys.
charge. Okay.
Wait down there. I just see people there. Pancake, you just gunning them down. Okay.
Hey, the same thing we did last time. 19th and flag, stay there. Everyone else with me.
Follow your star, boys. Follow your star.
I'll see you at Arcade then.
Shit, I'm out of pistol rounds.
Hey, Red. Right behind you.
Push it up.
It's really close.
Keep going, infantry, keep going, infantry, keep going, infantry. Keep going, infantry.
We're fucking Americans. That means nobody's fucking stopping us.
Alright, flags, move forward with me. On the right side, double quick. Follow me, all three flags, please. We need you. Union flags need to move forward with me. Flags forward. Get in line on the fence. Go west, line up on the fence.
Boys, shoot them down.
Grab your guns. Go shoot somebody.
Shoot the horses! Come on, boys!
I got him. I killed a Confederate officer. I just saw him drop. Okay.
Good job, gentlemen. Good job.
We get it!
You know, Pro, you should do a playthrough of The Last of Us and Resident Evil. They're really great story games that you'll enjoy. Hey, Barry, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I would be willing to do a playthrough of the first game. Resident Evil, I've never played a lot of the games, so it'll be my first time playing them, too. Okay, let's see if there's a Revolutionary War 1 playing, finally.
In light of Napoleon's military truism that an army marches on its stomach, both governments, Union and Confederate, worked tirelessly to provide their armies with sufficient rations. The food a Union soldier on the march might expect consisted of sometimes fresh, but usually salted, pork or beef. Whatever meat Billy Yank got was typically accompanied with a helping of beans or peas, and small portions of sugar, coffee, vinegar, salt, and pepper. The typical Southern ration was more variable, owing to the time of year and availabilities of the base of supply. But in the spring and summer months, rebel soldiers were issued bacon, though it was often rancid, flour, peas, and salt. During the fall and winter months, Johnny Reb could hope for fresh beef, cornmeal, and rice. In all cases, salted pork was held in reserve. Army bread, called hardtack or molar breakers, was a staple of the soldiers' diet. A simple combination of flour, salt, and water, it was baked until hard to ensure a long shelf life, but also ensured that it was a difficult affair to eat without being broken up and soaked.
This is a multiplayer game, yes. I know I was playing the Civil War mod, or Civil War thing, but there was no Revolutionary War server, so that's...
hungry soldiers with no cash or credit for the sutler to forage from the surrounding farms and woodlands. Eggs, chickens, fresh or smoked meats, vegetables, and fruits could all be easy pickings to the sticky hands of a hungry soldier.
No, it's 1776 again here. Okay, let's see if there is one with 1776 on here. No, it says 1776 on it. Okay, when it's... Did you know or play with Astro Soup and GTA Online? So about, Astro is, I remember him, he used to do videos back in the day. He stopped, and I think he deleted his channel, correct me if I'm wrong. I never talked to him, though. So I never, I never personally talked to him or anything like that, What the? Did they just change it?
Load, Mr. Fella. We can't, it is currently at the 1776. At least we had it before we...
Oh, they're, Let me see, because it was 1776 when I joined, and now it's Civil War again.
Like I said, we can't, the professional, this is 1770.
I'm confused, because I see you...
Yeah, no, we're not. We had it set at 1776, but it did not work.
Okay.
Alright, explain that to you.
It's Britain and America, but it's Civil War uniforms, so it's weird.
Press B to fix your bail, professional.
Go ahead and stay back. Yeah, keep crouched. Stay in the corner.
Alright, control, get low, yeah. Oh my god, a fellow redhead. Oh yeah. Oh, we got 3 redheads on one team, hell yeah. X is redhead. Fenian, you're now a redhead by default. Yay!
Your cosplay reminds me of Napoleon. Well, thank you. But it's supposed to be a Revolutionary War one. Yeah, it's weird, Minion Dave. It should be a 1776 server, but it's Civil War uniforms, it's just weird. I don't know, I guess waiting for the enemy to show up. My favorite American song? Well, from the Revolution, it'd probably be Yankee Doodle. Okay, let me see if I can find something. Okay. See if this is... I don't think this is a Revolutionary War one, but I'm just gonna check to be sure. Yeah, it kind of sucks. It's the 4th of July today. You'd think there'd be more 1776 servers, but there aren't. That kind of sucks. That is true, the US was like one of the biggest economies in the world, but their military wasn't big too. Play Bunker Hill? Where do you see Bunker Hill? Yes, Holdfast Nations of War does have the Revolutionary War. I should have probably played Holdfast earlier, but I wanted to play this one because I just like the first-person mode. This was the one I was in earlier, but I don't know if it's... It's not even working here. It's glitching out. Why did Americans lose the Battle of Bunker Hill? Because they got overwhelmed. But the Battle of Bunker Hill was not really completely a British victory. Because with the Battle of Bunker Hill, they, the Americans had inflicted heavy casualties on the British, like, really badly. So it was, a symbolic victory in a way, too. Yeah, I don't... Axis and Allies? No, I've never played that one, Warwick. The Rice Boats in March of 1776. No, I don't think I've heard of it, Butterbean. I guess I might be wrapping up the stream here, guys. I still gotta go to a barbecue, after this. I'll answer a few questions before I go here. I'm sorry I wasn't able to find that many Revolutionary War servers. We played on one earlier before the crash, but then, you know, nobody was hosting any anymore. They were only hosting Civil War, which kind of sucked. If the Founding Fathers found the current U.S. governance, they would be mega pissed. Yeah, I think the Founding Fathers would be pretty pissed. But I think they'd be really pissed at both parties, honestly. My favorite year in history? Well, I typically like the French Revolution history probably the most, but, Nope, Minion Dave, you don't have to apologize. Come by whenever you want. I just wish we would have been able to play more matches, but... I watch you many years, Pro. Thanks for the content. Thank you, Malboys. And guys, I still got a video tonight in like an hour. Check my channel in like an hour, because I'll have a pretty good video in like an hour up. What happened to the British won the war? Probably the US would probably be part of Canada today. Thank you, Legend Unleashed. Shout out Rocket 2K and Unknown Flash. Oh, hey guys, what's up, dude? And thank you for the super chat, Meow. I'll stream GTA tomorrow. I think it's stupid they banned fireworks on 4th of July. Like, in New York, where I'm from, fireworks are typically banned, but, like, 4th of July is that one holiday that, that the cops really ignore that. Thank you, Caden. Could the British have won the revolution? Maybe early on, but by the Battle of Saratoga, no. What if America won the War of 1812? Probably huge parts of Canada would have been annexed. Okay, guys, so I guess I'll be heading out here. Thank you guys, all for coming by today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will have that video out in like an hour. It's gonna be like a pretty important video. I don't want to say what it is exactly, but I think a lot of people will appreciate it when I put it out. So I guess I'll be heading out here then, guys. Oh, it says the 1776 event ends in 48 hours, but there was barely any servers for it. So we'll be heading out here, guys. Thank you guys, everybody, for coming by and hanging out with me. And everybody who was here, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you everybody who came to celebrate America's 250th birthday with me today here. I hope everybody has a good happy 4th of July and happy birthday to America again for 250 years of the Republic. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you guys on the next one. I will stream tomorrow also. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.